So hi everyone. Welcome to day 7 of our series organized by UNESCO Body and Mind Wellness Club. Today we're going to talk about self-awareness. What does it mean to be self-aware, and how can we tap into that new dimension of our awareness through Sahaja meditation? My name is Calin. I work in the telecom industry. I'm also on the boards of several nonprofits on business management and training and research on meditation effects on corporate environments, as well as the arts. And with us today is Adrija. She has recently graduated from college, and she's working for NASA. Yes, that NASA. While hopefully you have received the polls, and we'd love to receive your answers. I will pass it on to Adrija, who is our main presenter today. Adrija, please take it away.
Okay, sounds good. Hello, everyone. So as Uncle Calin mentioned, my name is Adrija, and I've been practicing this meditation for a number of years now. I was introduced to it in high school, and it's been my best friend since. Like, I cannot imagine cruising through high school and college without it. It's helped me so much, and I'm so excited to be here with all of you and trying to meditate with all of you here today. So let's get right to it. So today, we can go to the next slide. Today, did we do the poll already? Oh, okay, so never mind. We're gonna start with the poll. So please check your answers here for the 30 seconds. And we'd just like to know what your expectations are from this session, what age group you fall under, and how you heard about us. And also, as you're answering, if there's anyone here who's here for the first time, please put that in the chat so we know, and we can take you to a breakout room and try to get you up to date with what we're trying to do today. Because today is the 7th day of this 9-day meditation series. So if it is your first day, just let us know in the chat, and we'll be happy to help you. Okay, and whenever we're ready, we can go to the next slide. So we're going to start with a short video clip, and I will mute myself so we can watch this for the next few seconds.
Hello, I am Nikhil, and I am a student at Independence High School. Ever since I was young, I have always had a desire to become a medical doctor. However, being able to be admitted into medical school is extremely difficult. Some colleges even require aspiring students to attain well over 450 hours of medical volunteering. Although medical volunteering hours are a great opportunity for students to be more exposed to the environment they may one day be working in, students need to realize the significance of these volunteering opportunities. They are not simply numbers you track in a logbook, so you can one day submit them to colleges and the admission board, but instead, gaining insight and experience from these volunteering opportunities is the main goal. Volunteering for UNESCO BMW is one of the opportunities I have had which gave me the confidence and self-esteem which allowed me to believe I can be capable of taking on more responsibility and work. Being self-aware of my goal and interest allows me to not only prepare for the rigors of schoolwork, but also allow me to envision possible future jobs. However, it is through meditation which allows me to pursue this goal. Being self-aware of one's capabilities and limits allow us to make decisions which enable us to go further in life. Meditation has helped me with this as it allows me to have a more concentrated attention, to carefully think through important decisions, but also helps me relax and stay calm even through stressful periods in which school gets excessively difficult. And it is through meditation which allows me to stay focused and aware of my plan of moving forward into medicine. Join our UNESCO BMW for World Inner Peace, and thank you.
You can find more information about this on the website, like he mentioned, on unescobmw.org. And you can also contact any of us at any point if you have any questions about joining this really awesome group. So let's start with this session, which is called Being Self-Aware with Meditation. Now, as Uncle Calin sort of introduced this, what do these terms mean? What does meditation mean? We probably know a little bit more about this. You know, we have been meditating for 6 days, most of us. And we're going to learn more about this self-awareness aspect as we go deeper into the session. So let us go to the next slide. So I'll go over these things very briefly for people that might be joining for the first time. And if you have joined us before, you probably have already seen all of this before. So the founder of Sahaja Yoga meditation is Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. And she started this in 1970 to bring the benefits of meditation to us all. Now, it's a very scientific-based technique. It's based on your body, your nervous system, and your energy within. So it's all very, it's based on your awareness of your own system that she really taught us through this meditation. And she was nominated for 2 Nobel Peace Prizes, and she's also talked on various organizations like UN. She was invited as a guest speaker on other platforms as well. So it's not a business, it's not a profession. None of us do it for the money. We are here, we're volunteers doing this because we have gotten so many benefits out of this meditation that we really just want to share that joy of the experience with you all. So let's go to the next slide. So again, these are things that you might have experienced already. So meditation happens when you're not really thinking about the past or the future, but you're in the present. And this happens very effortlessly. So usually it's very hard to tell your mind to stop thinking. Like when you say, I don't want to think, that in itself is a thought. So this mind is a very tricky element within us, and meditation is one of the most effective methods of getting it under control. And that's the way to be self-aware, to be able to be in control of our actions, of our mind. And it's a very simple technique, and there are 3 basic things that we need to know for this meditation. So we have 7 energy centers, which are just bundles of nerves in our nervous system that control different aspects within us. We have 3 channels. So there's the left channel that stores all our thoughts from the past, the right for the future, and the central channel is where we want to be in the present, in the balance. And then we also have this energy, this fundamental energy of the life force that connects us to each other and to this all-pervading energy of the divine. So with that, let's go ahead. Let's go to the next slide. Now, we have already heard this term that meditation helps you be self-aware in this presentation so far. So in my 22 years of this life on Earth, I wouldn't be able to give you that much experience on it, but we have Uncle Calin with us, who's been meditating for much longer. So I'm going to welcome him now on screen to tell us a little bit more about how meditation really helps us be self-aware. So let's go to the next slide.
Thank you, Adrija. So what does it mean to be self-aware? Normally, we think of it as introspection, asking ourselves questions about who we are and how is our personality, and so on. But there is a deeper way to know who we are. And this is connected to the seventh energy center, which, as Adrija said, there's 7 of them disposed vertically along the spine. And the last one is the limbic area of the brain. And this center gets activated when this inner energy rises and goes through the centers and emerges up here as a very gentle, cool breeze that you can feel above your head. So this gentle, cool breeze, some of you hopefully may have felt it in previous meditations. You start to feel it on your fingertips, in your palms. And this is a physical manifestation of this inner energy that's awakened. And as you start to meditate regularly, your hands become like maps of your subtle system, of your energetic system. So you start knowing yourself, you start feeling these sensations on your hands of coolness, heat, tingling. If you know how to decode these sensations, you can truly know yourself at the most fundamental level, at the energetic building blocks, if you will. And you can diagnose what the problems are based on the sensations you feel. And you can use this energy to clear out those problems. And moreover, there are qualities that are embedded in each of these 7 centers. So any human quality that you can think of, compassion, dynamism, focus, concentration, many of you have indicated that as being something you want to improve through meditation. Confidence, the ability to communicate with others. All these qualities exist in one or other of these energy centers. And as we meditate, we start being aware of these qualities that are in us, which ones are more developed, which ones are less. And we're able to develop them, to open them, to make them blossom inside us through meditation. So we become self-aware at the deepest level through this last energy center, which is the topic of today, day 7, the 7th energy center. So in short, we all have a powerful radar up here, which can guide us, which can show us who we are at the most fundamental level. Back to you, Adrija.
Okay.
We can do the next slide.
So yeah, let's go to the next slide. So like Calin mentioned, this energy center on the top of her head is where this integration happens. So all of the other energy centers within us have qualities associated with them, like the 4th energy center is associated with confidence. The 5th one is associated with your communication skills and interpersonal skills. And the 7th center is where all of these qualities actually integrate and you get this complete personality. So I've seen people go from average students to the toppers of their classes when they start meditating, because once you reach this center, you have all of these qualities awakened inside you. So that's the main point of awakening this center. It integrates the qualities of all the other chakras. It also allows you to reach thoughtless awareness, which is probably something you may have experienced. So right now, maybe this gap is small. So, your thoughts come and go in waves, and the gap between them is probably small. So maybe you can go a few seconds right now without thinking, about a minute. But as you keep meditating and working on this energy center, you can slowly develop that gap and you can achieve better control over your mind, over your thoughts. Your attention becomes pure, non-reacting. Your chakras and channels are in balance, and you can actually feel this energy on your hands and on the top of your head uninterrupted. So this is all talk, but we are going to experience this soon in a meditation session led by Ilya soon. So let us go to the next slide. So before we go to the meditation part of it, I would like to ask the audience if they know of any issues that limit your self-awareness. So there are several issues out there. So we can just put 1 or 2 in the chat, just anything you know or you recognize in your life that maybe don't allow you to be as self-aware as you'd like. So anything that you may think of, just go ahead and put that in the chat. And if not, we can also discuss this after during the question and answer session. But maybe we can go ahead and just bring up a few points on the slide. So, okay, so we see Sarah has said overthinking and living in the past. That's a very good point. So overthinking is one of the biggest issues, right? We're not able to enjoy the present moment because we're always living in the past, or we're worrying about the future. So that's one of the biggest issues to self-awareness. It's one of the things that we want to work on through this meditation to overcome. So yes, Michelle also said overthinking, very true. So let's look at some of the other examples, and there are many more to the list, but these are some of the very common things. So being unable to forgive, blaming other people, judging, reacting, getting upset or angry over small things, being biased, just having these negative emotions within us and harvesting them are all issues to just being aware of who we truly are inside of us. So let's go to the next slide and try to work on these issues through meditation. So I'm going to call upon Ilya now to lead us through a short, simple meditation that can help us achieve this self-awareness within us. So Ilya, you can come on screen.
Thank you, Adrija. So let us all sit comfortably, and we can open up our hands, the palm of our hands on the knees. Can we have the next slide, please? And we'll follow the same 5 steps we do normally. That would make you easy to remember these steps if you want to practice at home and try it yourself. So the first one, let us balance our channels. But before that, please try to feel what are the sensations on your hands at the moment, and try to see how do you feel inside. Are you full of thoughts? Are you feeling peaceful? Do you have any sensations coming on your hands? Do you feel any difference between the left and the right hand? Just try to watch yourself, to be aware of what happens inside of you. So now let's close our eyes. Try to keep your eyes closed, or if you need, you can open your eyes and watch each step we do so you can follow the steps. Try to keep your eyes open so you can have your attention more inside. So just keep the left hand open first, and the right hand just goes towards the ground. That's the way we balance our left channel. As you already know, we have the 3 channels. So here we can put our attention on the palm of the left hand. And we can ask this motherly energy, our inner energy, please cleanse and balance my left channel. This channel is responsible for our emotions and our desires. So please remove all negative emotions. And please put this channel into the balance. Please give me joy and happiness. And just try to feel what is happening on the palm of your left hand. As the channel is getting cleansed, the hand is getting lighter. So if we are sensitive, we would feel it very well. But even if you don't feel, don't worry, because it takes time to feel sometimes. Try to see how you feel inside. Now let's go to the second step. Let's open our right hand on the knee, and the left hand goes up, the palm facing backwards. That's how we balance our right channel. The right hand is open. And here we can ask in our hearts, motherly energy, please cleanse and balance my right channel. All the overthinking that we have mentioned before is coming from the right channel. So you can ask this inner energy, please cool down our thinking. Please take away all the thoughts. Please make me peaceful and silent within. And just try to see if you feel any change from inside or on the palm of your hand. Now we would go to the next step and put our hand on the heart, the right hand put on the heart. Let's try to put all our attention inside the heart, because being self-aware is being one with our heart, with who we really are. We can ask this motherly energy, please open up my heart. Please make me one with my heart. Please fill my heart with love and with joy. And we can go to the next step. We put our right hand on the forehead. And here we can ask this motherly energy, please wash away all the thoughts, because this is the center of thoughts here. So we ask motherly energy, please make me thoughtless. Please let me go into meditation. Please let me go into thoughtless awareness. Now we can press with the center of the right hand on top of our heads, this chakra of integration. And we can massage it clockwise. And here we can ask this motherly energy, please make me self-aware. Please let me be in meditation, in unity with my heart, with the self. And please make all the chakras integrate so that I'm fully aware of myself. We can slowly lift our hand above the head and just try to see if you are able to feel anything coming out from top of your head. It can be close to your head, it can be much higher. So you can just play with your hand up and down. Then when you find this spot which is most sensitive, when you feel most hot or cold, because everyone can feel something different, then just to be sure, you can move your hand aside and put it back. That would make you confident that this feeling is really coming out from the top of your heads and not from the AC or a window or anything else. Now let us put the right hand back on the knee. Let's try to feel with the left hand above the head. Again, we can try to find this spot where we feel most this energy. And again, just to make sure, we can move our hand aside and put it back. That would help us to establish the confidence about this inner energy, the motherly energy. Now we can place both our hands back on the knees, palms upwards, and let us keep all our attention on the top of our head, on this chakra of integration. This time, just close your eyes and listen to the music for meditation. And slowly open up your eyes and we'll get back to Adrija and Calin.
Thank you, Shobana, for the beautiful music. And thank you, Ilya, for leading that really amazing meditation. Thank you. So we would love to hear back from you guys about what you felt during the session. If you had some specific feelings that maybe you didn't experience in the previous sessions, or if you have any questions that you want to ask, feel free to put those messages in the chat or just raise your hand and unmute yourself.
Like, for example, you can share what you felt. Were you able to feel the cool breeze above your head with one hand, both hands, with one hand warmer than the other? Or did you feel some tingling in your hand? All these sensations can be interpreted. Just tell us what you felt. Also, was anybody able to stop your thoughts even for a few seconds, even for 1 second while you were meditating? Okay. Yes. Thinking can definitely stop the meditation. They're mutually exclusive. Do you want to get that, Adrija, or anyone, about the tingling sensation?
Yeah, sure. So like we said, meditation is all about knowing yourself from within and from without. And this meditation is really unique because it actually gives you signals on your hands about maybe something's wrong inside and you don't know about it. But this meditation tells you because this energy within us is trying to clear out any blockages in our centers, right? So our nerves are actually connected to these energy centers, and they're also connected to our fingertips and the palm. So that's why we say when you meditate, try to keep your attention in your palms and the hands, because these tingling sensations can mean that this energy within us is working out on a specific center. So I don't know if we have a picture of that, but we can send it to you in email or somewhere else. You can find it online. But so for example, like this energy, this thumb in our palm is connected to our second energy center. So when you feel a tingling on the center, you know that there's something wrong with your second energy center and you'd want to clear it out or meditate more on that center. So this is like an inbuilt feedback system within us that tells you what is wrong and where you can improve. So yeah, that's a great question.
Anybody else felt anything?
So we have a question: how can self-aware help with opportunities in life, job-wise? Calin, would you like to talk about that?
Sure. It's helped me so much in my career. First of all, you get to really know when you're out of balance. When we're out of balance, we can feel that something's wrong. We feel stressed, we feel tensed, but we don't know exactly what. And the cause of that imbalance, of that stress, is inside, somewhere in one of these centers, in one of these 3 channels or seven chakras. So whenever I feel that challenge, that disturbance in the force, as a young Jedi would say, I go into meditation. I put my hands out. I see, what do I feel in my fingers? What do I feel in my hands? And like Adrija was saying, your fingers are going to tell you where the problems are. And then I know, okay, I'm too much on the left, I'm, too lethargic, or I'm too much on the right side, I'm too overactive, or there's a blockage in this center, that center, and so on. So when we are in our workplace, we interact with colleagues, bosses, and so on and so forth. We solve problems. If you know on the subtle level, on the energetic level, where the problem is, say there's a very heated argument in a discussion, you can actually use your energy to bring down, for example, the level of right side energy in that discussion. I've done this, and I've seen how things calm down in the discussion. When I have a problem that I don't know how to solve, work is a lot about problem solving, right? What I noticed is that if I think about it, a lot of times I cannot find a solution if it's a complex problem. So then what I do is I stop thinking about it. And then the solution comes, again, through this seventh center of self-awareness, because the solution is often stored somewhere in our unconscious mind. But it cannot come into our mind because our thoughts act like a barrier, they're blocking it. So once I stop the thoughts, then the inspiration comes. So this is intuitive knowledge in its purest form. It's inspiration that strikes out of the blue. It has nothing to do with thinking. In fact, you have to stop thinking for this inspiration to strike. And this is what meditation does. And this is how it helps us in our day-to-day job as well as at home.
So on that topic, there was another question. It says, how do you get rid of overthinking and anxiety?
Okay. Overthinking. This comes from this chakra here, this sixth center, which is in the center of the forehead. It's actually in the center of the brain. So it's very simple. You just put your right hand like this on your forehead. And you say, just like it was last but one step in Ilya's meditation. And you just say, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive everyone, and I also forgive myself. So this is like a mantra, it's an affirmation, and it works on you, whether you believe in it or not. It relaxes the tension in your head. It pushes away the thoughts. Your thoughts subside, they lose energy, they lose power, and they become more spaced apart. And between two consecutive thoughts, you become thoughtless awareness. That is a state of meditation. You're completely silent. So just by forgiving, letting go of the past, letting go of all the things that are troubling us, it takes us into that state. Anxiety is a different problem. Anxiety comes from the heart center, which is where, when we're afraid, our heart starts pumping, right? This is putting your hand on the sternum bone and the center of the chest and taking a few slow, deep breaths can and will bring down your anxiety. As you meditate more and more, and this energy opens the heart center, your anxiety will be less automatically. It just all works out through meditation.
That's the beauty of your seventh center. So once you're at that stage, when you're in thoughtless awareness, all the other problems will dissolve out because it all works through that integration principle of your seventh energy center. So if we don't have any more questions, let's move to the next slide.
So thank you, Sarah, for your comment there. I just saw it, and I'm so glad that it's working out so nicely for you. It started the same way for all of us, you know. It's just you know, first meditation. What is this? What is this cool breeze? And then the more we dove into it, the more we discovered, you know, this amazing inner world that we're able to explore.
Yep.
Thank
Totally.
you. So I would like to lead you now into a second meditation, because what we noticed is that the second meditation is often more powerful than the first one, because in the first one, the inner energy just comes up and has to work its way through our energy centers, to our chakras. And now that the path is clear, the second meditation is much easier, much you know, faster and stronger sometimes. So if we can have the next slide, I think we have a slide that reminds us that meditation happens here at the top of the head. So all these other techniques that we do, putting our hands here and there, saying these affirmations, are just preparing our subtle system to get up here. Because meditation is not doing, putting our hand here, saying this or that. but is being in the state of thoughtless awareness, is being up here, above the mind. So let us just keep our hands flat on our lap, fully opened, palms facing upwards. And we can take a few slow, deep breaths just to calm ourselves down, bring ourselves into the center, into the present moment where we're not thinking about the past or the future. Let us put our right hand on the center of our chest, on the sternum bone, which is the center of confidence, of fearlessness, which, when open, helps us get rid of all anxiety and doubt and fear. In here, let's say a few times silently to ourselves, I am completely confident. I am completely courageous and fearless. Now we can put our index finger at the base of the throat very lightly. This is a center that helps us watch everything like a spectator watching a show, like a detached witness, without being involved or affected by anything. So here we can say inside a few times, let me be a detached witness that enjoys the whole show around me. Now we can bring our right hand on our forehead, resting our forehead in our palm. And here we can forgive everyone and ourselves from our heart, just letting go completely of the past. So let's say inside a few times, as many times as you wish, from our heart, I forgive everyone, and I also forgive myself. Now let's put our hand at the top of the head, fingers fully stretched. Only the center of the palm should be in contact with the top of the head. Press hard and rotate the scalp slowly, clockwise, 7 times. And Here we can say, let me be self-aware, or we can simply say, let me be in meditation at each of the 7 circles. And then we can slowly bring our right hand down on our lap, palm upwards. But let us remain with our attention on top of the head, without thinking of the past or the future. Just being in the present moment and enjoying the silence for a minute or two. If any thoughts come to your mind, just say, I forgive, I forgive. Hope you all enjoy the meditation. You can also see if you can feel the cool breeze, maybe cooler or stronger. Now, let us know in your hands above your head. And we're almost at the top of the hour. I think there's one more slide about the next session. Tomorrow, day 8 and day 9, now that we have gone through the 7 centers, it's going to be about what is the next step. This is just the beginning. And how do we apply what we learned in our day-to-day life? Again, this is just the tip of the iceberg that we have learned. There's so much more, but the experience of it is what matters, what you feel, rather than any stories, any knowledge that you hear from us. Your experience is the most important thing. So please do continue to attend and have fun with it, enjoy it. So we now have, if you'd like to sit in meditation for a few more moments, Shobana will also play a few more minutes of her amazing Veena music. This is the oldest instrument in India and in the world, and it's extremely beautiful. Thank you for joining. Wow. Thank you, Shobana. That was beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Adrija, for the presentation, and Gautam and Pavan for the tech support, and of course, Ilya for the great meditation. And thank you to Zore and Stephen and the Body Mind Wellness UNESCO Club. Please join us for the continuing journey. And we hope that you will be as amazed as we have been in discovering this inner world. Thank you.
Thank you.